Hey everybody, I'm back with a quick video about love, bitterness, and fear and how it can stop you from gaining in life and what we should look like in love. When we love, we cannot lose ourselves in bitterness or lose the sight of our partners as creations of the Creator and harden towards them and ourselves to the point of hatred or revenge. The same way your feelings have been crushed, ignored, or neglected, and you've had to overcome heartbreaks and setbacks. Apply a bit of understanding, or just try putting yourself in the position of walking in that other person's shoes, and that will give you the power to forgive instead of causing others and ultimately yourself more pain. We can't allow ourselves to be lost in someone else. I can guarantee the highest powers does not agree with our current culture where we've lost ourselves in so many other people that we begin to have an attitude where we're like, fuck love, fuck people, because we've now set up barriers of being afraid of being hurt. We make vows not to be hurt. And the ways we've been before, a lot of us just end up being more hurt than we thought we were protecting ourselves against. Compiled with that, we're now becoming a part of the cycle of hurting others and putting them into the same mindset. We have to step back and reconnect with the Creator first. Reconnect with spirit, not religion. We have to truly tap into that source that's greater than ourselves. Because when doing that, then we can build ourselves up. We can see where we've been hurt, and we can see where we've hurt others, and we can begin to untie the knot of the destructive path that we're in. After we rebuild ourselves with a foundation firmly in the Creator, and then Mother Wisdom comes into us and we're aligned with the Most High Power and living in divine purpose, the divine purposes of our life, we can then not be hurt and lose ourselves in romantic interest. And I know a lot of people are wondering why, or how is that possible? When we are living in purpose from the Creator, our romantic interests then take on a higher calling, and now they're invested in divine purpose. And our Creator doesn't allow us to be put in that position. The Creator allows us to love, give love, and the Creator allows us to know exactly when we are to stop and the power to stop. And this is the only true way to avoid the pain that everybody's trying to avoid. When we try to do it ourselves, we just set in bitterness. We see a person with so much venom and strong anger, and we're seeing a wounded person when we see those things who can't escape the cycle because they're trying to do this themselves and not understanding the only true way is by tapping into a higher source. When we see these people with bitterness and anger, they're trying to self-protect and failing because they've left out purpose and they've left out divine higher power and traded in pieces of themselves in order to fake a strength that they haven't truly received. You cannot receive this strength in self. So I just want you guys to understand that when you invest in the fear and you allow that fear to hold you back from love, because if you're not living love, you're not living life, then you've cut yourself off from being the most effective self, the most effective utilization of your life in a life full of divine purpose. And we have so many more people walking around, even in so-called consciousness, even in so-called understanding. We have more people walking around just with a bubble around themselves. It's like, I'm not going to allow myself to be hurt. I'm not going to allow myself to be hurt. And they're missing out on the next levels of their life. They're missing out on the next levels of divine purpose. And also, they're perpetuating the cycle of hurting themselves and others. So you have to truly understand that it's a deep thing. The only way to ever guarantee that you're not going to be hurt and that you're not going to go out and maliciously hurt others is to tap into a higher spiritual calling. And in that, wisdom sets in. And when you do become romantically invested, it's bigger than just, oh, I like him, he likes me, and now we're just risking it all. It's centered and grounded in purpose. And that's always going to be your weight and your holding spot to keeping you from losing yourself and from being lost in pain. And I just thought I would share that with you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video.